Alright, so I'm pretty sure everybody's heard about this. Apparently someone assassinated Charlie Kirk. Gee, I wonder who. When I first heard about this, I thought it was a left-wing spoof. But, no, it's legit. Someone actually offed Charlie Kirk. I know this might sound cold, but the only surprise that I had was finding out that it wasn't a spoof. Was I shocked that someone assassinated Charlie Kirk? No. Someone tried to assassinate Trump. Two people, actually. So, I'm not surprised. There's literally this video compilation of people calling for uprisings and punching people in the face.
I just don't even know why there aren't uprisings all over the country, and maybe there will be.
People need to start taking to the streets. This is a dictator.
You know, there needs to be unrest in the streets for as long as there's unrest in our lives.
Enemies of the state.
Show me where it says that protests are supposed to be polite and peaceful.
Do something about your dad's immigration practices, you feckless.
When they go low, we kick them.
How do you resist the temptation to run up and wring her neck?
The biggest terror threat in this country is white men, most of them radicalized to the right.
So if I'm not mistaken, what those people were doing, they were inciting violence. The one guy who was literally equating Trump to a dictator, that would mean that his supporters are supporting a dictator. And that's where you get the whole, Trump and MAGA are Yahtzees from. And that Don Lemon person was literally saying white men are the greatest terrorist threat. Yeah, that's demonization, dehumanization, and that's how you get violence.
The end that I think is, I just wanted to raise and read. At the end of this 4-minute video, he says, "For years, those on the radical left have compared wonderful Americans like Charlie to Nazis and the world's worst mass murderers and criminals. This kind of rhetoric is directly responsible for the terrorism that we're seeing in our country today."
Yeah, Trump's right. Again, it's demonization, it's brainwashing. You call people Yahtzees and stuff like that, people are going to believe it and they're going to act out. Now let's watch as she completely flips the script and blames the right.
And it must stop right now. And obviously there's a lot of rhetoric that is problematic. A lot of it is coming from one particular side and from one particular building.
One particular side and one particular building. So she's talking about the White House and the right. She could have taken that moment to condemn political violence across all spectrums, but no, she chooses to blame Trump and the MAGA right. Yep. While I was making this video and talking about demonization and dehumanization, reminded me how that South African party sings chants about eating the boar and all this and that. What does that do? Brainwashes people. And what happens? You have a whole whack of people going after white farmers. So what's happening in South Africa? It's the exact same that's happening to conservatives in the US. And what they'll say? Oh, we had nothing physical to do with that. Yeah, but you galvanized them. You said that they were evil, and people, being the sheeps that they are, they believed you and acted on it. And then the people will say, oh, well, that's freedom of speech. It's protected under freedom of speech. In the US, if I'm not mistaken, the whole First Amendment stuff, wasn't that like George Washington era? Back then, if you went around trying to convince people to yeet somebody, that person could just walk up to you and challenge you to a duel. Say, you're trying to encourage people to yeet me? I challenge you to a duel. Oh, you're going around insulting me? I challenge you to a duel. Now, all this talk about freedom of speech got me thinking. In Europe, you don't have freedom of speech. You'll get jailed. But in the US, you get pew-pewed. What's different? Well, in Europe, everybody knows that all this hate speech stuff is coming from the government. in the US, you literally have people in media that are demonizing the right, or conservatives, and then, just like I showed earlier, they'll flip it around and they'll blame the right. Will conservatives believe them? No. Will people on the left believe them? Yes. Will people in the middle believe them? Some will. So what'll happen? Undoubtedly, they'll catch the shooter. Will it stop this from happening again? No. Because again, like I said earlier, they literally tried with Trump twice. So they know it works now. So I guess we gotta wait and see what Trump does. Well, with that being said, I guess I'll wrap up the video by saying I wasn't the biggest of Charlie Kirk fans, but what happened to him was still horrible, and I feel bad for his wife and 2 kids. Well, take care out there in clown world.